And boat 1, which is Red Dragons Miami, is going into their start sequence.
We're doing 10 or 12 seconds here, Kerry.
15 seconds, my
15?
friend. Yep.
That's so generous.
And guess what, guys? The time for this race was set for 8:40. And what time is it here in Sarasota?
8:40.
Hey, we're on time, guys.
The post.
Except you got the worst of the first starts of
Yeah, that was fair.
Boston Titans has come across the line. They're officially underway.
Here go the dogs. PDBC.
Woof, woof, woof.
Henry is going to bark back at you, Kerry.
Is that Henry on this drummer seat?
I'm not sure. I have to get them on this side. I don't think so. Henry was paddling last I saw in the photos.
Gotcha.
PDBC is across the start. Here comes boat 4, which is UEAA Dragon Boat NYC.
And I wonder if Jenny's in this boat. And I think Jenny's drumming, or that's her co-partner or co-pacer.
Too far to tell.
Yep, that's an open boat.
And seeded fastest based on the 500s, Catch 22 NYC Open sets off in pursuit.
Yesterday, they were just flooring it on the 200 meters, and they're holding their strength really well.
Catch 22 has always been a specialist at the 200s. They can deliver it. They always have, and they always will.
Okay.
Boat 6, Red Dragons Miami.
It's a women's boat, small boat, in their start sequence.
And from the other side of the Delaware River in New Jersey, what exit? Cooper River Dragon Boat Club. Gotta say, personally, love the yellow hats.
I think they're trying to copy the Warriors.
Good start there for Cooper River. The Saca Golden Dragons set off right behind them. This is essentially a hometown race for them. They're only about an hour away. Beautiful Tampa River Center.
Now, they're not drumming right now on boat number 8. Is that okay?
Totally okay.
Yeah.
They
don't need to drum till 50 meters, right?
Yeah.
Right after the
There
50
we go.
meters, they get to drum, or required to drum.
It was interesting. Their start sequence, their rate was much lower than all of the boats ahead of them.
You will see varying styles. You look at NBP paddling going off right now. This is a backyard race for them, quite literally.
Their boss, Bruce, is watching them carefully and giving them their resignation letters if they don't come
If
first.
they don't win the 2K, it's over for them. They have to sell their boats and move out.
Okay, boat 10, Philadelphia Dragon Boat Association, Senior B Women.
Wow. Check out the bright green. Coming to the first turn, we got boat number 1 coming through the turn cleanly through the corridor, with followed by Boston Titans.
Those bright jerseys belong to the out-of-sight Dragons from Washington, D.C., one of 2 visually impaired teams in the United States. And Adaptive Fusion sets off to finally get the entire crew underway. A 12-boat field is so long. As Adaptive Fusion touches the start line now, the first crew that went off has already made the turn on the far end of the course, 550 meters ahead, and is making their way back down the home stretch.
Great photo of the teams racing down as they race down the line on the straight line. If you are the slower team, you are to move to the right and allow the faster team on the side to come up on the left side.
In some cases, that corridor they have in the corners looks really small on TV. Well, allow me to tell you that it's actually smaller when you're in it. It looks about 3 feet wide when you're barreling through it.
It actually is. That is the whole trick. Now, we do tell teams if you cannot turn in the corridor, that we ask that you try to stay to the outside. And the reason for that, if you're in the corridor and you can't make it around in the corridor, and there's a team on your outside and you collide with them, not a good feeling. Or back your engine off and go slow through the corridor.
Looking at Boston Titans right now, they have basically got 200 meters to get their head inside of the steerer. Red Dragons Miami trying to make the catch on Boston Titans.
And here's a perfect example of the straight line racing. Boat 1 is slower. Boat 2 is trying to make the move to the inside. Boat 1 steersperson is not turning their head. As a result, we know they're not moving to the right. And it looks like he finally did notice a team on his left side.
Yep. They've made it clean. You see the crews making their way around the hairpin on the far end of the course so far. Everybody clean, no overlap yet. Only imminent pass right now was
boat number 1
trying.
Boat, who was that just left the corridor? There's a team that was in the corridor, lost their line, went outside. Another team took advantage and went inside.
Boston Titans is trying to catch Red Dragon Miami, but we're just coming up by the 50-meter mark, and they're not going to have overlap.
Nope.
Red Dragons is going to have right away through the corridor.
Now, if the Red Dragons do go wide and yield the corridor, if they can't stay in it, that opens the door for Boston Titans to go through.
Coming through the second turn, we got boat number 1 coming on the outside of the corridor, even though they had the right to go into corridor.
Exactly what I was...
Boat 2 has taken advantage of the situation. Boat 1 must stay out. Boat 2 is taking the inside corridor. That is a good move for boat 1. Why? He's respecting the fact that boat 2 is the faster team.
Pennsylvania Dragon Boat Club closing up on both of them.
Boat 1 staying on the outside through turn 2. Boat 2 is staying on the corridor. Boat 3 is entering the corridor following boat number 2.
It was interesting. The Red Dragon steersperson just about the first turn buoy turned and looked back at Boston. Could see him going outside.
Yep. I mean, that's the case. You have right of way of the corridor, but if you know that crew is going to catch you, it's actually very sporting to get out of the way as they did.
Boat number 5 entering the corridor in turn number 2. That is the Catch-22 open, and they're closing the gap. So basically, boat 1 has lost their position, and boat 2 is now past boat 1, which is 15 seconds plus the difference.
Pennsylvania Dragon Boat Club is trying to do the same on the Red Dragons Miami, and at the same time, both United East and Catch-22 Open are closing in on each other. All 5 of these crews are probably going to meet up on the home stretch, if not before. Now, in the second field, take it, Mark.
Yeah, the
Senior B women.
Senior B women are coming up on about 100 meters, and this field is pretty tightly bunched. We've got, looks like 9 and 10. 9 is taken over, 10 is taken over from 9. 8 is clearly in the lead on this field. That is Saka Golden Dragons. And it looks like 9 and 10 are actually going to get overlap on 6 by the time they get to the 50 meters.
At this point, Red Dragons Miami are going 3 wide, just going, we want no part of this kerfuffle as they head into the corners. 9 and 10 are going to try and share the corner. Saka is like, nope, we're going to get clear. We have open water. 3 wide. It's Talladega weekend. You know what that means. They are going into the corner 3 wide. Someone's got to yield to someone.
Boat 8's going through the corridor in turn number 2. Now this is going to be tricky for boat number 10.
3 can't go on 1.
Boat 10 is on the inside. Boat 9 has got to take the outside, and boat 6 got to go outside. Boat 9 does not have the right. They must follow. And that is clearly what's happened. Boat 10 has gone into the corridor, followed by boat 9, and boat number
6 is taking the way outside line.
And that's the proper.
Dragon.
And that's the proper move.
And the Cooper River Dragon Boat Club are just sitting back with a front row seat.
Now we're watching that turn 2. The boat number 9 must stay in the corridor, and the Miami team is still on the outside. There is no 2-meter rule broken here. That is 6 feet between the 2 boats.
I'm impressed they got through that cleanly. For a moment, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. It almost looked like Red Dragons Miami was heading to University Town Center, but they did make the corner.
The reason they did that, they actually backed off their stroke rate and power, and that resulted in the team coming through cleanly. They didn't go in aggressively and try to force a situation that wasn't there.
And our Para Dragons crews are coming in. Adaptive Fusion has just been told they have right of way. They have clear, pretty much open water ahead of the out of sight Dragons.
As they come through the third and final turn, they're all entering the corridor or staying outside very cleanly. This is a good, clean race through the third turn.
You've got 2 boats coming out of the corridor, 2 wide, but again, like Kerry's saying, they're very clean. Nice look at the pace line here as they're making their way down the backstretch. That is our Senior B women's field.
Coming down the last stretch, we've got teams that can now come through the finish line anywhere they want. What are the strategies? Strategy number 1, try to find open water. Strategy number 2, get out of the dirty water. The boats in front are causing a lot of ripple in the water, and you want to get away from that type of water. Ways to do it is go to the inside, try to find some space between the boats to kind of thread the needle.
And until you've been in a small boat, it's hard to appreciate how big the wakes are from these little boats. This, despite the fact that I've been racing for 25 years, this morning was my first 2K in a small boat. And when we came out of the corner and hit the wakes from the field going the other way, we took a big jouncy roll. One to the left, one to the right, and then it settled. But I'm like, those are the wakes.
I was just about to mention that. Not being used to these small performance boats is a real disadvantage in these 2Ks. And these are the performance boats that IDBF specifies for events like this.
They've got a lot of liveliness to them.
Yeah. Coming into the finish, it's boat 2 in the lead. That is Boston Titans. Looks like boat 3, PDBC, coming behind them, followed by boat 4.
Love hearing all the drummers and helms going back and forth. Last 200 meters. This is where you're going to make a difference, and these races are won and lost by often margins under a half a second.
Miami Red Dragons is trying to hang on to their position against boat 5.
And look at the beach down here. Everybody from United East running along with their crew, basically telling them what they've got to do. Pendragon Boat Club in the middle of the fight. Everybody bringing it up and dumping out whatever they have. BTBC comes across the line. Pendragon Boat Club is right behind them. United East trying to close the gap on them. Catch 22 trying to go for the sweep and get all of the crews that started ahead of them, and they're going to do it right here with 10 meters to go. Catch having caught Red Dragons Miami, and we'll round out all the Premier Open small boats.
Wow, looked like everybody in that division Premier passed boat 1 Red Dragons Miami. Red Dragons Miami is just kind of like, oh my God, let's not do that again.
Now we'll turn our eyes to the Senior B women's field that are coming out of the far corner. Last turn for them.